Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Hope you're having a good week so far. Now we've got a cool review to do today. This is a band that we see every so often come through on the show, and I always enjoy when they do because they have high quality productions. But they've got a theme about this band, and it's classic video games, and it's from an era as well. They must all be my age, in their 40s, of the video games that I grew up with, Doom and things like that, that we've had them on in the past with, and they love all the games that I love as well. And we're going to see that today because they've got Mortal Kombat with us for today. And Mortal Kombat is a game that I've loved absolutely from day one. When I saw it in the arcades, man, the blood and the gore on it was just, you'd never seen anything like that in a video game before, and it absolutely blew my mind. I was like 10 years old, and I just couldn't believe it. I was just to stand there watching people play it, just to see it. And then when Mortal Kombat 2 came out and they had that Baraka move with the slicing and the dicing, and there was loads of blood on that, man, that just absolutely blew my mind. And when you got to eventually play it on console, I played it on Master System on first, and you had to put in the cheat code to get the actual finishing moves and stuff like that. And then I played Mortal Kombat 2 on the Mega Drive, and I played that game so much I can still remember to this day, and it's been 30 years now since that game came out, but I can still remember a load of the death moves and things like that, and fatalities and the button combos to do that stuff. It just sticks with you, man. I love Mortal Kombat. I love as well that it's still going today. I must admit, I'm not in touch with it as much as I was when I was a kid, because there's so many games of it now. There's like a million Mortal Kombat games. But yeah, they're still going strong. And what's cool about it now is it is an esport, and people take it seriously, and there's money on the line and competitions and all the rest of it. So it's really actually evolved into what it should have been, what it would always could have been from the start, you know, because it wasn't esports back in the 90s. It wasn't a thing. But now people are actually dedicating their lives to playing Mortal Kombat, which is pretty crazy, pretty cool. Now, the video that we've got today involves a bunch of the original Mortal Kombat members, and I'm just going to get them on the screen there, make sure we can see that. We've got Johnny Cage, Raiden, Liu Kang, and Kung Lao as well, all in the video. And it's the people who actually played it in the video game as well, which is super dope. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. It's called Test Your Might. Let's give it a spin.
You weak, pathetic fool. All too easy.
Finish him. Nice. Killed it.
You suck.
Man, killed it. And to be continued as well, so we might see something else in the future. Everything about this production, the video and the music and the sound and all the recording and everything else was super top notch, 10 out of 10 in my opinion. I absolutely love the video, the way they put the band into the game as well, because you can do that now, you know, it's not actually as hard as it was back in the day to do that, so you can insert yourself into the video as long as you've got a green screen and put yourself in the video game and stuff like that. It was really, really cool. And then going up this leaderboard as well to the boss was dope, and all the different moves and stuff in there, they captured all that really, really nicely. Dope. I love the Baraka guitar one. That was always one of my favorite, because Baraka was one of my favorite characters. I just love doing that one where he just lies it up, because it's such a long fatality and then they slide down. And to do that with guitars as well, I thought was really, really dope. Just a nice kind of cool idea to just put in the video as well. So the video is superb. And the amount of work that they'd put into that as well really paid off. I didn't feel that it was cheesy and things like that, which I was a little bit worried about going into this. How much the cheese factor was going to be turned up on this, because you can really dial it up with video games and with Mortal Kombat, and it has been done with Mortal Kombat in the past. And you know, we have those Mortal Kombat tunes which are legendary now from the movies and things like that, and I was hoping that they weren't going to use those too much, you know. I was expecting to hear some of harking back to that and things like that, but they didn't. They did their own thing with this track, took it in their own direction, did their own spin with it, and it was actually a really hard power metal track. It wasn't a cheesy edge power metal track or too synthed out or kind of just made too digital, you know. It was still heavy in the guitars, heavy in the drums, lots of stomp sections and heavy like drop sections coming in there. That real kind of heavy section towards the end as well, where the vocals went harder and more growly and stuff, which you wouldn't normally hear in power metal music. It's a bit too kind of punkish, that punk edge coming through, and hardcore for the power metal guys who was kind of strictly metal. But yeah, I love to hear it. I love the fact that they did their own thing with it. It wasn't just like a regurgitation of Mortal Kombat riffs that we've heard in the past that you know, and you know, didn't play too much on the stuff in the game, the sounds in the game and things like that, because you could just start overlaying way too much into the track. I thought they did a really nice job of just making this their own thing, but with all about Mortal Kombat, you know, making it all about Mortal Kombat, but still just doing their own thing with it and not pulling from all the other music and stuff that's been made around Mortal Kombat, which is really, really nice, because that's what most people tend to do, you know. They tend to just drop back straight into that rut, and you're like, well, I've heard this a million times. And this was totally fresh to the ears and loads going on. And as I say, it was a heavy power metal track, which I really liked. You always get a fast tempo and pace from power metal, but there was some chunky, heavy parts in this one as well, which I really, really, really enjoyed. So there you go. These guys were great. They're always great, these guys, when they come through. You don't see them very often, because you can't expect these guys to put something out like this every single month. That would just be ridiculous. But like once a year when these guys come through, I really appreciate that they stick with the channel and keep coming back here and like me talking about their music, because I really like checking out their music and the videos. And as I say, it's always a game that I can relate to as well, and was one that I loved growing up. Last time it was Doom. So yeah, really, really nice. If you want to see more of these guys, if you've enjoyed this today and you're like me and you're kind of in your 40s and all these games relate to you as well, put their name in the channel or go over to their channel and check out their other video games that they've made songs about as well, because in the same way, they've made their own thing of each of the tracks as well. These guys aren't just kind of following the herd and making typical video game music. Yeah, they've got the video game theme, but they're making their own music and doing their own thing with it. I like that a lot. Very, very cool. Hope you have a good week so far. That's it from me. We'll see you around, guys. Cheers. Bye.